Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards. Welcome back to the home studio and welcome to another What Went Right video here at the Stevie Richards Show. These are my favorites. I know we do plenty of what went wrongs, but these are the ones I really do get excited about, and especially when it concerns Dominick Mysterio. He's a star. He's not a future star anymore. He is a star ready to go to the next level, and to steal an LA Knight phrase, he is going to become a megastar in the WWE. And he and Penta, this match from Monday Night Raw, this finish, and we're about 3 minutes or so that we're going to talk about up until the finish, because the build-up, the anticipation, the spots, everything was done to perfection. So when we're talking about this finish, we have to include all this stuff leading up to said finish. So, and I get to watch it again because I really enjoyed this on I should say, Monday Night Raw at the time of this recording. Really, really excited to bring you this What Went Right. Let's go to it right here. Now, these guys start off doing the fighting spirit with chops. The reason why I like this, which I normally usually don't, I like it because Penta's throwing the regular knife as chops. Dominick is throwing southpaw chops. I'm assuming he's left-handed because with the 619, he goes the opposite way than his father when he performs the 619, but the way he swings through to take a super kick, or in this case, a penta kick, because it's really, really good, is awesome. So they go back and forth. Here's the big swing. Duck, super kick. This right here, I'm going to slow-mo and pause. Look, he swings through like he's going to chop, overhand chop, through, and then here comes the kick. Boom. And if I can just get it to where he touches him with the toe, right there. It is just, look at that, right there. Now the toe right here, I've touched people, grazed them, stuff like that. The contact there is nowhere near as impactful as the heel. You get caught with the heel on the nose, the mouth, the jaw, you're going to have issues if it's really, really heavy. This is about one of the best penta kicks that I've seen in a very long time. Way better than the Stevie kick. Dominick throws one back, and I'm going to give a little bit of a production what went wrong during this, mostly all what went right, because Dominick protects him with the kick, but the camera cut doesn't happen in time. Let's go to that right now. I love Dom's sell, by the way, because he just got kind of tapped with it. He could have bumped. I wouldn't have minded that at all, but the fact that he's staggered and loopy is pretty awesome. And here he goes. Now, this super kick, I talked about this in the past. There was a match where Edge took a super kick from Luchasaurus off the ropes, and he jaw-jacked him, man. He knocked him out on his feet. That was in the beginning of the match. So I can see Dominick here just wanting to protect Penta, and should have been a camera cut right as the kick was coming, because the next one that comes right here, or the camera cut after this one, boom, about a half a second too late. But Dominick still laid it up there. It just didn't make quite the contact. You could still, and Penta spit. So the illusion is there, but I'm really splitting hairs. It's more on the production truck. And then here we're going to start running and do Hurricanrana and they have everything dialed in when mixing Lucha Libre with the WWE style. There's nobody on the roster that does it better than these two right now. Dominick for sure. Penta, months into the WWE run, has really, really has shined a lot, but Dominick is like the MVP when it comes to that. Actually, the MVP of almost the entire company, in my opinion. So he avoids this, and then this backdrop right here. Oh, my goodness. Now, what I like about this, but I understand, they didn't clear everything off to set up for a table spot. This shield right here is still there. So this is the thing that kind of like shades the monitors, protects everything. So the commentators, much like I'm looking at the iPad, there's a cover over there so the lights don't shine down on that. And usually you take the lip off, take the monitors off, all that stuff. But I love the fact, in slow-mo, let's go for it. This is awesome. The way he gets height, stiffens his body on the backdrop. Watch this. And then goes over, boom, hits, and then just slides down right there is just awesome. And Penta fires up right here. This is an incredibly underrated spot in the match, but all these spots will lead up to the finish, which I can't wait to get to it, but I want to appreciate everything leading up to it. All right, here we go. Dominick has the heat on Penta. Another super kick. He blocks, turns him around. Yeah, Dominick's definitely a southpaw. If you can do an enziguri with your left foot, that's pretty awesome right there. It's a little off-putting. If I had to wrestle Dominick, I'd be like, oh, I think it's coming from this way, but it's really coming from the left. Well, I'll get tagged. That's exactly what'll happen. Penta cell right here. Look at that. It's amazing. Now I'm going to point something out as time goes on with these people back here. They are starting to cheer for Dominick. They can appreciate the lie, cheat, steal, kind of methodology. Of course, Dominick, I'm going to keep pointing it out, is definitely doing a tribute, an homage. He's definitely the new Eddie Guerrero in a lot of ways. And people are starting to cheer when he lies, cheats, and steals. So if he wants to remain a heel, I don't know. The people may turn Dominick babyface eventually if he keeps doing these creative spots and creative finishes, especially at the end of this What Went Right video. So really good stuff. Right into the 619. Look at the people. Look at them right there. Look at them, Tony, as Dave Crockett would say. Look, they're all standing on their feet and cheering for him. And here he goes. Duck from Penta. Nice front enziguri or kick there. Dominick is staggered. Boom. Crossbody off, rolls through, and we're going to continue the action. But Dominick is still selling. Everything. So it's not like he's just getting up. He's selling before the crossbody. He gets up and just kind of swings, goes into the move right here. I like that move. It's got to be scary because his leg's coming down over you. And you want to make sure you can tuck your chin. Incredible false finish here. Really good. Little note. Look at Dominick's hand trying to reach for the ropes afterwards to still get away from Penta. Watch. Kicks out. That little thing right there. Maybe instinctive, but it was almost like he was just trying to reach to pull himself out once again like he did after the Hurricanrana just a few seconds ago. Here's Dominick on the top. I think he's going to get caught with a kick right there. Now he got caught in the stomach, but he can still sell that. There's people with proper amount of experience, but right there, when he takes the super kick and Penta doesn't get it up here to have him take the back bump, he doesn't sell it like he still got hit in the face. Dominick sells his stomach. It's the easy way to sell wherever you're hit. Don't wrestle by numbers. I know he was meant to get hit up here and take a back bump for the false finish. He got hit somewhere here in the sternum area. He sells the stomach and the sternum, but there's still going to be a cover. People that aren't good and not experienced enough to know there are no real mistakes unless you let the fans know it's a mistake. So go right through with that. And also don't go back to it like, oh, we got to do the whole spot right away. Once again, these guys both did exactly the right thing. What went right? A lot went right. And this is definitely one of the things that went right. So as the match progresses to this finish, I have anticipation for it like you, but we cannot skip over the nuance and the detail of what's going on right here during this match. Now, what I love is both of them are selling right now. Even Penta, after doing the move, is still selling the heat that Dominick got on him. Now, we essentially have what you would call a double down with Dominick on the outside, Penta on the inside. Now, here's a little quiz for you. What do you think is going to happen right now? They're both down. Dominick has separated himself from Penta, so there's distance here between Dominick and Penta. What do you think is going to happen? Someone is going to walk down this aisle right here and distract Penta, and then Dominick will somehow take advantage and win. That's what could happen. We don't know. Penta could stop him and still go over on Dominick, but the fact that Dominick is separated from here gives me the cue in my mind, someone is coming down to the ring. And Dominick is watching right now, and he sees Rusev. Rusev is making a light jog down to the ring. Penta is ready for him. So the camera work here is great. Dominick looks, shakes his head, cuts to Rusev, then cuts to Penta, who's saying, okay, come on, F. Perfect timing right there. So now you know that Penta is distracted by Rusev's attempted interference. Dominick is all the way on the other side of the ring away from it, giving him a chance without him watching Penta to see what he's doing. His face is down, so Dominick can sneak around and get whatever he needs, and you'll see what that is, in order to distract. Actually, he gets a total of 3 things, 2 things, 1 to distract and 1 to use. It's excellent. Eddie Guerrero, classic Eddie Guerrero. There he is. Now, this here, the little look down at this belt and down at that belt. Watch what he does. Down there, and looks again at that one, trying to figure out which belt. I'm going to throw that belt down and hold on to the IC belt, but watch what he did. He eyes the ring bell hammer there. And what he does is, oh, good Lord, I didn't even notice this. Do you see what he's doing? This guy right here, he throws the belt down. He's not only distracting the referee or whoever else eventually, he's distracting the timekeeper. So the timekeeper doesn't even know that he took the ring bell hammer. I didn't even notice that. I just watched that. Watch this in slow motion. He goes down to grab the belt that Dom threw down. His back is, and he just, oh my God. I got to see that again. Dominick is working everybody, even production people. He's trying to make sure that he gets one over, a fast one over on everybody. And the people love it. As Pat Patterson say, the people, they went banana when he went for the 619, and they're going to go banana for the finish. Here he goes right here. I just have to do it again. Look at that. That's awesome right there. And he's got the belt to shield it, so he's kind of tucking it right around what the belt area is, and staggers there. Now what's going on here is he's got the Intercontinental title belt, and the referee is going to grab that to put it out and enable Dominick to use that ring bell hammer in a very, very unique way that I haven't seen in a very long time. I was trying to recall last time I saw that. I don't think I have. If you have, comment below, but it's excellent. Watch. He's going to make sure the ref sees the belt right here. Dominick crawls right over here to shield what he's doing with that hammer. And here's the referee. He's counting on Penta, but he sees the belt. And he's like, what are you doing? Thinking this here is the main form or only form of cheating that Dominick was trying to do. So he takes that belt there. Camera work is awesome. So he's got the hammer right here. And where he puts it and how he uses it, this is where we built up to this finish, which is essentially a heel finish, but the people cheered. I cheered. So did you cheer? Let me know in the comments below again. There. Hits Penta low. Where did he hit him? Not quite sure where he got him. Either way, sells into the 619. Then I'm going to do this in slow motion right here and zoom in. Look at that. Right down into his boot, and then goes for the 619. How can you, I mean, just amazing. Right here. Just that extra oomph. And then goes right there, 619. This, even if he's got that in there, he's trying to take care of him, he's got to, like we say, Barney Rubble him, like on top or the forehead. Watch. Boom. I love the fact it wasn't a bump either. When he gave it to him, Penta just crumbled like he was out before he even hit the mat from the hammer. That sell there is excellent. And then, of course, goes up. Tribute to Eddie Guerrero, the frog splash right here. Excellent frog splash. Look at that. And gets the cover. 1, 2, 3. Look at the fans. Fans everywhere cheering for Dominick. He's going to get out of the ring as soon as he can and get rid of that hammer if he can. I believe he did that. I'm not sure. There it goes. And timekeeper. Oh, my God, he did it again. So give me my belt. Give me my belt. He looks over there, and Dominick throws it over there. Give me my belt. Give me my belt. Boom. And boom. Right there. And this, you know what? When you, like as Ben Hameen says, when you commit to the bit and you're trying to fool everybody, if you're trying to lie, cheat, and steal with Penta, the referee, this timekeeper, the bell guy, the crowd, the office, everybody, man, I just can't say enough about this. This was a perfect finish. Dominick Mysterio, every time he works, I become a bigger and bigger fan of him. I'm glad he's not with the group anymore. He was great in there, but on his own, this dude should be a world champion. Maybe not sooner, but eventually. That's my call. This is the kind of heat where people will pay money, buy tickets, buy PLEs, watch Saturday night's main event to hopefully see him get his butt kicked and lose that Intercontinental title. And when they don't, he turns into, he reminds me of, except he's a lot better, so don't get mad at me, the Honky Tonk Man. He needs to be the longest reigning Intercontinental champion, beat Gunther's record, and beat Honky Tonk Man, obviously. And basically, he has that type of heat, that Honky Tonk Man type of heat, but his wrestling's there. Like I said, the mixture between Lucha Libre and WWE style, character, all that stuff. Man, I just can't say enough. I'm a fan of this guy, 100,000%. And anytime he's on Raw, SmackDown, or anything with WWE, I don't fast forward. I watch. I learned something new, like just now. Oh my God, he's distracting the bell keeper, the timekeeper. That's an Easter egg that I could talk for 2 hours right now just about how he interacted with this guy right here. It's just amazing. So thank you so much for watching this What Went Right video. I hope to be covering, I definitely will cover more Dominick Mysterio, if I can pronounce it with my Philly accent. Dominick Mysterio matches, finishes, moves, everything like that, because he embodies what went right and what is right now in professional wrestling. Thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate it. Third time, leave a comment below. Let me know what you want to see as far as what went right videos, some of the greatest moments that you want me to break down and analyze here on the Stevie Richards Show.